Welcome to Portsmouth, the only island city in the UK. It's a windy grey day down here in Southsea, but I'm stood at the entrance to Portsmouth Harbour on top of the Round Tower. It was built in the 14th century to prevent French ships from raiding the city, but as you can see, we're more than happy to welcome people into the island now. I'm now in part of the structure that used to house the cannons to protect the entrance to the harbour. As you can see from the metal on the floor, they would traverse from left to right to give them the best angle of protection. In the 16th century, these ramparts, or the hot walls as they're known locally, were built to connect the Round Tower and the Square Tower as a defensive stance. By the 19th century, Portsmouth was one of the most fortified cities in the world. You can see the Millennium Trail on the floor. This is a 3-kilometre route that leads from Gun Wharf all the way along to Southsea Castle and is well worth a follow to take in all the wonderful views of the seafront. This sculpture is called the Bonds of Friendship, and it commemorates the fleet of ships which took the first European settlers, or convicts as they were, to Australia in 1787. There's also an identical sculpture in Sydney too. I'm sure they got the best end of the deal though with all that nice weather. Portsmouth is the home to the Royal Navy, and the island has a proud history of that. On the 5th of April 1982, the first ships, led by HMS Hermes and Invincible, set sail towards the Falklands. The conflict lasted 74 days and lost 255 Brits. This memorial commemorates the losses from that task force. As you can see, the hot walls on the right hand side lead down to the Round Tower, right by the entrance of the harbour. And we look out across the Solent. If you want to travel across the Solent, we've got excellent links to the Isle of Wight, hovercraft, catamaran and car ferries. And you can also travel into Europe, Le Havre, Cherbourg and places like that in France. Now we're walking up the stairs that head to the base of the Square Tower, a really popular destination in the summer. You might just be able to make out some solid objects in the middle of the sea. They're the forts. We'll come on to those later. There's so much history down here, you kind of feel like you're taking a step back in time. This is the Royal Garrison Church, and in January 1941, during an air raid, an incendiary bomb destroyed the roof. It's never been repaired. This new walkway was completed last year and was the first phase of the whole new seafront coastal defence. Now fast forward 7 days. It's now a beautiful day in Southsea, so let's have a look at these forts I mentioned earlier. The Solent forts were built in the 1800s to repel the French invasion under Napoleon's control. These would prove themselves as the French never got close, and we also had Lord Nelson on HMS Victory leading the charge. The Victory lives in Portsmouth too, so well worth a visit to the historic dockyard. Southsea Castle was built in 1544, prompted by Henry VIII's fears of yet another French attack on Portsmouth. This imperious site of the castle is the backdrop for Victoria's Festival that happens on these fields, as you can see, every year in the summertime. The promenades and coastal defences will be completed by the summer of 2026. It will look truly gorgeous down there. I'll leave you to look over Southsea in this beautiful aerial shot. Thanks for watching, subscribe, and I hope to see you again soon.